muted. Let's try that again. Hello. We'll try that again. Happy Sunday, everybody. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. I am live in 3 different locations. I'm live on my Facebook business page. I'm live on in my private crafting group, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. So if you hear me refer to comments that you may not see in your feed, that might be why that commenter may be watching from a different platform. So once you come in, once you hop in, say hi in the comments, tell me where you're watching from. Also, if you're watching from my Facebook group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard permission to show your name. Otherwise, you show up as Facebook user in my comments, and I don't know who I'm saying hi to. So let's see who is here. Mr. Jason is here. And I can see that there's somebody from my group, but I'm not for sure who that is. So hello, welcome. We are going to be using this silkscreen reusable transfer from Couture. Hello, Amanda from I-70. Safe travels as you get your kiddos back from their vacation. It's Donna. Hello, Donna. Glad that we could get that cleared up. I'm going to be using this silkscreen transfer from Couture. It is a sticky back, reusable silkscreen. I can get it peeled from its backer sheet. So it is sticky backed. Wherever you see the white or the clear areas, those are where there is a silkscreen material. So if you've ever made a vinyl or a vinyl decal or stencil on a Cricut machine or a silhouette machine, then you have to weed out all the pieces, and inevitably you lose the inside of the E, or you lose your period, or you lose the dot. Easy home decor pieces. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to write the name of the transfer on the back. That serves 2 purposes. For one, I know that this transfer belongs to this backer sheet. So if I'm using a couple of different sizes, a couple of different transfers in this same size, I know which backer sheet goes on to which transfer. Also, I know that this side is the back side. So there's a paper side, and then there's a shiny side. The transfer goes on the shiny side. So there's that. You also can see that this transfer happens to have a white line. That is a cut line. And you're more than welcome to just cut through your transfer and backer sheet, but I like to keep my backer sheet in one piece. That's just makes for a lot less loose pieces when I'm trying to match backer sheets to transfers. So it's just easier. So I'm just putting my scissors under there, and I'm just scoring along that line. So it makes the transfer 2 pieces, but it keeps my backer sheet intact. So you might be saying, if you read the description, 1, what do you mean by Franken-chalk? And 2, hey, isn't that a kitchen transfer? Yes, it is a kitchen transfer. But I don't know if you've seen some of those Sassy bathroom signs that say, would poop here again. So I don't have any bathroom decor in the bathroom downstairs. So I got this idea from another designer. So we're going to use the D and the O and turn the D around upside down to make a P, so it will become a bathroom sign, I promise. I'm going to be using this faux palette board. It's actually made from 5-gallon paint sticks. You can actually see the ruler markings on the back side. So it takes 5 paint sticks, and I've just chopped 1 into 3 5.5-inch pieces, and those are my back braces. And no, I have not painted the back yet, but I will. I've also created a line that I can see when I'm trying to place the new letters. I also have kind of marked it out where I want it to go. I had to make a little bit more space so that I could fit the larger word. So we'll see what happens. So with any new transfer, especially since I'm using this on painted wood, I want to fuzz the transfer. And you'll also notice that I'm pulling the backer sheet off of the transfer and not the transfer off of the backer sheet. because that's usually when you end up having transfers flip over on themselves and you get the sticky sides stuck together, and that's not very good. I'm also going to go ahead and change my layout so you can see the whole thing. So I have my transfer, and I'm just going to lay it on this terry cloth towel. You can use any terry cloth towel. You can use your shirt. You can use your pants, whatever's close. So what I'm doing is laying down a layer of lint so that this transfer becomes a little less sticky. That way it doesn't stick so much that it pulls the transfer when I pull it off, because if you stretch your transfer, that's when it becomes distorted. I also don't want to pulling up any of my paint that I've just laid down. So we'll do it a couple more times. Actually, I'm just going to peel the towel off. Okay. So there's lint, there's hair, there's all sorts of fun stuff on there. I think that's dog hair. Okay. I've also waxed my surface. That way the wax fills in any uneven spaces in the wood. It also lays another protective coating down so that my transfer doesn't stick as much. So between the fuzzing and the wax, it should be pretty good. So I'm going to line the edge of the transfer up with this line right here, and I'm also going to be looking for my washi tape line underneath. I tried to pick a dark color that I could see. And I can kind of see it. Oops. Not quite. Easier said than done. So I'm just placing it down, mostly eyeballing. So I want to make sure that I give myself plenty of room for that extra letter. Okay. And I'm going to knock out, I did forget about my G. I'm just going to knock out a little area right here for my G. I'm just going to score that lightly so I can peel that off. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to lay that down, and just trying to figure out what the best way. I think I'm going to do the word wood and maybe the stars, and then we'll work our way this way. Now I just need to decide if I want to do white or black. You guys have any ideas? White or black? Any preferences? I think do any black last. Well, if I do just one color, then I won't have to do black last. Or should I do the stars in one color and the words in another color? It's always the hardest part. One of the hardest parts is figuring out what colors to use and where to put those colors. Any suggestions? Part of me wants to do black, but then I've got white beads up here, but I guess it doesn't really matter. They're all neutral colors. Black letters, maybe black letters and white stars. Donna says her bathroom is white, blue, black, and gray. Well, this would work even if I don't do any black or blue. But I think I'm actually going to make something for my house. But I can always do custom orders. Hint, hint. So I think let's do the stars white and we'll do the letters black. So I'm just dipping my squeegee into the chalk paste, and I'm just going to take my squeegee and I'm going to drag it down the silk screen area. I'm going to try to have a little lighter hand just because there's a ridge from the edge of the paint stick that goes right through my stars. And if I squeeze too hard or press too hard, then it's going to ooze all through that ridge. And now I'm just taking my squeegee and I'm kind of smoothing up all of my little lines. And I'm just going to peel up just enough to reveal those stars. And we're going to dry those. So have you all gotten in a nap today? Did you watch the Chiefs play? Amanda, you better not be driving and watching. I hope you're a passenger and watching. Okay, so I'm just going to lay that back down. And then I'm going to get a wipe because I'm going to try not to use 50,000 squeegees today. And we'll just use one if we can get away with it, or just a couple. But the nice thing is easy cleanup. So there, we're ready for our next color. Okay. So I'm going to do the word wood first. I'm going to use my black paste. Wet wipe won't work. So I'm just going to, again, dip my squeegee into the chalk paste. I'm going to make sure, again, that that's down. A little bit of a light hand because I do have that paint stick ridge. Just making sure I get all of the silk screen area. Remove the excess. A couple of little squeegee lines. And I'm going to put the excess back in. Okay, so I'm going to pull that part up. Okay, so we've got that so far. So we'll dry this. And I could have easily used a font transfer, but I wanted the same style of font. Make sure that that's dry. So I'm just going to flip this around. And I'm going to have to move. I forgot about the... See, I'm going to try to get it's going to be a little weird for a bit, but I want to see where I got to remove some of the washi tape for the tail of the pea. So I just want to do that real quick. So I'm just going to score lightly so I can remove that piece of washi tape. Okay. So now we're going to pull up our transfer, and now I know kind of where that P needs to go, the D/P. And I'm kind of lining up my E kind of fits into the D right there. So now I kind of know where my P needs to go. So since that E is perfectly lined up with the D, then I know that my P needs to go here. And because I got a clean scrape the last time, I'm not worried about putting that down again. So I'm going to do my P here. I'm going to pull it up slowly in case I need to get part of it. Okay, so we'll dry that. I'm going to peel that off, get it out of the way. Okay, so we have 1/4 of the word done. Yeah, it looks pretty much like a P. Okay, so then we can go on and we can do the O twice. I think I want to move it just to the left a little bit. This part's pretty much eyeballing it. We'll see. Pray that I got it even. I'm more worried about side to side than I am across because I have that tape line down, but pretty good. Do that again. So this is how you take a kitchen sign and you make it a bathroom sign. You kind of franken-chalk it. Although I'm kind of thinking I should have left the tail of the P off, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so I can get probably one. Luckily, this word happens to only have 2 O's. Because you can, sorry, my head's probably in the way. You can get about 3 tries down with the reused transfer before you have to wash it again. So like paste it, peel it, pull it up, put it down, paste it, peel it, put it up, paste, pull it, put it down. I can usually get about 3 before your silk screen starts to get a little muddy. Okay. So far so good. I'm gonna have to take off some tape again for the tail of my P. These words are probably a little farther apart, or the letters, but it's okay. So I'm going to get my little box knife out again. Oops. What am I doing? I need to go down here. Okay, that should give me plenty of room. Okay, so let's do our D/P again. And I can kind of line. Nope, that's not going to work. I was just about boo-booed. So I'm literally eyeballing it. Hopefully this one doesn't end up too close. Okay. Oh, yep, ended up too close, but that's okay. I think it'll still work. I just need to move that O over just a little bit. Okay, so now I can flip the transfer back over again. And we can go on, but I am going to have to pull some washi tape off for the G. There we go. Okay, so we can do the rest of the transfer. I'm going to lay that here because I will inevitably accidentally chalk that, and that would be tragic. Okay, so I'm just getting some more paste, making sure that that's down. I'm just dragging it across the silk screen, picking up all of that excess, and then smoothing out the squeegee lines. Okay. Put that lid on. So now I'm going to pull this off. Pull this off. Okay, so now we'll dry this. I missed my period was on the washi tape. So it's kind of a half period. So I'm going to take this little rubber foam squeegee and I'm going to try to make a, so I'm just going to dip it into my paste. And then I'm just going to kind of press down a little bit and see if I can get it full. Yep, I can. So now I have a full dot there. This is the one of the pieces that's out of the artist tool set. Okay. Now I can put the lid. Well, I hope you like it, Jason, because it's going in our bathroom downstairs. Pretty sure. Okay, so let's dry that. And then we'll add a little bit of embellishment. I can't take credit for it. Another designer had the idea to do it, and then another designer had the idea to use the D and the O. I just wish I would have gotten the spacing there a bit better, but you still get the point. So if I would have tried to do this on my silhouette cameo, any ideas from Couture? What do you? You need a fancy pants sign again, Donna. I'm not quite getting your. Donna. So for a house guest bath, I am doing the Get Naked. There is a Get Naked. There was. I don't know if it's still in the catalog. There was a Get Naked transfer, but it said Get Naked. Just kidding. This is a half bath, and that would be awkward or something. But I think that it's retired, to be honest. But I can see if I can get it. I don't think I have it. I'll have to check mine and see if I actually bought it, but I don't think I did. So I'm going to try to embellish this if I can with just some simple twine and some beads. So I'm just going to wrap the twine. A couple of times, 4 times maybe. Let's see if these are going to work. No. Those away. Those do not work. Okay, so then I'm going to tie my bow or my knot kind of up here near the top. I'm going to pull tight, put my finger down to hold it. Okay. And then what I can do is kind of spread these out a little bit maybe. And then I'll make my bow. You can embellish it with the mask. No. That's probably too big. Okay, so I'm just going to make my loops back and forth, and I've left a little tail on one side. So see, I have my little tail right here. Oops, sorry, you probably can't see that. And so then I've made 4 loops. And so see, I have one tail here, and I'm going to cut this to make my other tail. When you want just a simple bow, not one of those big old loopy ribbon bows, this is one of the easiest ways to just get a simple, easy, no frills bow. So I'm going to pull that tight. And then before we tie that all, before we tie it all the way, I'm going to add something else. Oops. After I make a big mess. Okay, so I have some of these little white farmhouse beads. My table's uneven, so there goes one. Donna says possibly a sign indicating where the good smelling spray is. It'll be right underneath the sign on the back of the toilet. That's where we keep our stink spray. So I'm just going to cut a piece off, and I'm going to knot one end. We're just going to make a little bead dangle. Again, another idea stolen from another designer, but I really like the way that the beads look. So I'm just going to, first I'm going to put some washi tape at the end of this just to kind of make a needle. So I'm just going to twist it into a really tight point to where I kind of have a little needle right there. I don't know if you can. So then I can string my beads a lot easier. And then I can cut that off when I'm done. So I think we'll do 4 on each side. So we'll do 3 little ones and 1 big one. So then I need another 2 small ones. So I have to go reverse. Reverse, reverse. Yep, that'll work. Okay. I'm just going to leave a little gap in the middle if I can. And so then I'm going to knot this end. Oops. I'm just going to scrunch that knot clear down to that bead. And then I'll probably, let's make another knot. Because I put 2 on this end. And so then we can cut that off. And we'll find our middle. And then I'm going to undo this. Lay my dangle over my bow. Catch the middle. Oops, I didn't give it enough slack. Okay. And then you can kind of layer and arrange all your tails. I kind of like to put little knots at the ends because these will fray eventually, which is fine, but I don't want it to fray clear up to the bow. So there's, you can kind of start it yourself by untwisting all that. So then I'm going to knot this one up a little higher. That didn't work. Here we go. Cut that one off. Oops, not that one first. Cut that one off. And then not that one. Cut that one. And just kind of help get it started fraying. And it'll fray on its own. Okay. There we go. Let's put all that away. Let's fix bring myself back up so you can look at my ugly mug. So there is our sign. Would poop here again. What do you think? Would you put this up in your bathroom? Okay. So I just need to, thanks, Jason. Trying to think. Let's go through. Just want to remind you that there's only 3 or 4 more days left to get the September Club Couture transfer. Again, that's $19.99. You get 3 paste single packets with that: Current Jam, Guava, and Shimmer Harvest. There is a 3-month minimum commitment, but you can cancel at any time after the 3 months. This is a great way to try the product. There is free shipping on this DIY crafty subscription that comes right to your mailbox. Also, as a Club Couture member, you get $4.95 flat rate shipping on any additional chalk site orders. I wished I could get that. And then you also get special offers and deals from Chalk Couture, usually on a monthly basis. And this month's is, if you spend at least $100 in a single purchase, you'll receive a bounce back coupon valued at 25% off any October order of at least $50 and at most $200. And also, as a Club Couture member, you get 25% off of the brand new snowflake cutouts and snowflake patterns that just launched on September 15th. And we did launch this month the new Business Basics Starter Kit. So for $19, you can sign up to become a designer. You get an apron, a starter guide, a catalog, and a business builder transfer. So you can build your own custom starter kit with not only your 40% off, but you get a one-time 15% off coupon. So it's a great way to kind of build your own custom kit. Let's go back to my comments. Thanks, Amanda. You would put this in your bathroom. Thanks, Donna. I appreciate it. This transfer is available on my chalk site. It is a size C transfer. It is $24.99. The paste colors are also available, and I will put a chalk link, a cart link in the description or in the comments of the video after this is over. It loads all of the products that I used in this demonstration right into your cart. You can add or subtract depending on what your wants, needs, and your wallet decide. So yeah, check that cart link out as well. I will not be live tomorrow night. I'm traveling home to my parents' house. I probably won't be live on Wednesday either, just because I'll be traveling back, but I should be live again on Friday at 7:45 Central, and that will be Friday Happy Mail giveaway day, and then I'll also be live again on Saturday at 10. So, and if you're in the Salina area, we have vendor bingo on Saturday night, October 2nd at the Eagles Lodge on 7th Street. Doors open at 6. Bingo starts at 7. And the 2 gnomes that I made yesterday will be for sale at vendor bingo. So if you're interested in those gnomes, you might want to come to vendor bingo. But you can also win great prizes. Money raised goes to local, regional, state, and national charities that the Eagles support. So we'd love to see you there. If there isn't any other questions, I'm going to sign off for the day. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday evening, and I will see you later. Have a great week as well. Thanks.